Rob Gronkowski's girlfriend, Camille Kostek, was being interviewed. She's a model, and she was at a Sports Illustrated swimsuit event, and she said this about Gronk's retirement, quote, "I'm an honest lady, and honestly, in my heart, I didn't feel like this one is a forever one. I think maybe he'll come back again." And so I had to then look down and read that after Diana Rossini is the one who alerted me to it, and read that like 5 times and say to myself, am I missing something, or is this huge news, Diana? Is this one of the very few people in a position to know saying, no, hold everything, Gronk will come back?
Yeah, you should thank me for spending my morning looking at pictures of Camille to motivate myself to get to the gym. That's how I actually came across that quote. Because women know all, right? Like, Camille and Rob Gronkowski have been dating a really long time, and they have seems to appear to a wonderful relationship. So the fact that she wasn't doing what we've seen other wives and girlfriends do in the past, which is just kind of repeat what the player says, the door's now open, but the reality is, and maybe these are personal conversations that Camille and Rob are having, you know, when it's just them. But when I spoke to sources in Tampa Bay, they shared with me that they are truly buying what Rob Gronkowski is saying. Based on his health, there is concern that Rob Gronkowski is not 100%. He knows it, the team knows it, and that's why they believe that he's actually ready to hang it up. But now, I think we have to have a conversation that maybe won't be training camp, but the possibility of seeing Gronk back with Tom Brady is actually more realistic than what we were talking about just a week ago.
We also have to have a conversation about what was just on the screen. Ms. Cindy, can we put that back there and just take a moment to let these numbers sink in? This goes back to when Brady got to Tampa, and thus so did Gronkowski get to Tampa. In the red zone, when Rob Gronkowski's on the field, Danny, Brady is 48 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Now, that's about as significant a statistic as you could ever possibly imagine. So as one wonders, well, just how important a piece of the puzzle is Gronkowski at this stage to Tampa? That seems to give the answer, Danny. What do you think?
Yeah, my thought is that for the Bucs to get back to the NFC title game, Brady's going to have to be the MVP of the NFL. I think that this was the #1 offense in the NFL when it comes to points per games over the last 2 years. 30 points per game, right? You just pointed out the 48 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's the #1 red zone offense. The truth about this offense is there's more questions than answers. And that's the case for the football team right now, Greeny. We just talked about Rob Gronkowski, but the real foundation of this offensive unit over the past 2 years has been the continuity of the offensive line. 2 of those interior players are gone. That's 40% of your offensive line. So 2 offensive linemen gone, Rob Gronkowski gone, Chris Godwin going to miss significant time with the ACL. Over 33% of this offense is not going to be a part of this football team for the great majority of the season. I expect them to get into the playoffs, but there's a lot more questions than answers. You can go to the defensive side. No Ndamukong Suh, Shaq Barrett. Is he going to live up to what he did when he earned that contract for 2 years ago? So to sit here and think that they're a shoo-in for the NFC title game unless Brady wins MVP is silly.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.